Will the loss of their leader tear the Guardians of the Galaxy apart or only mark a beginning in a brand new chapter for the team? Well, let's hop into the pages of Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 3 and find out together. So, as the comic opens up, the Guardians B team, led by Star-Lord in their disastrous mission against the Olympian gods, returns back to Half-World. What's truly clever, though, is we take this heartbreaking, tragic scene and see it completely through the eyes of Groot, meaning he's the only one who talks normally and everybody else is the one speaking in Groot speak. But because Ewing is such a good writer and Sprouse is such a good artist, we get all the same feeling and emotion from this scene, even though people are only saying variations on their names over and over again. In the end, Rocket Raccoon clearly tries to apologize for what happened to Star-Lord, him thinking that he was the most responsible, but Gamora totally disowns him, even slaps him across his cute little raccoon face before sending him and the Guardians B team away. And that was all a pretty tough pill to swallow, but believe it or not, the feel train doesn't stop here, because we check on in with Drax, not quite Drax the Destroyer anymore. He technically hasn't been reborn for very long, and he's already starting to question his place in the universe. After all, there's already an Arthur Douglas living somewhere in the Soul Stone, so what does that mean for this Drax? Is he the real deal, a pale shadow? Forced forever to carry the memories of a man he didn't quite know, but whose image he can't get out of his head? For that, it's actually Heather Douglas, the Moondragon, who comes to help him out. Well, not the original Moondragon. It's actually here where things start to get pretty interesting. If you'll recall, this version of Moondragon isn't actually the original daughter of Drax either, just a version of her that came through a portal during the last big Infinity event. It's because of that, this Drax and this Moondragon actually have way more in common than they first thought. In fact, they really only have each other in this big crazy universe. And because that was admittedly pretty sweet, we gotta follow it up with something equally as bitter. Mainly, Gamora has fallen into a deep, dark depression following Star-Lord's death. Keep in mind that her and Peter had finally admitted their feelings for each other. They had planned to build a life together, but then he ran off and got himself killed. Just another tragedy in a long line of tragedies for Gamora, and yet another dream that will go unfulfilled. It's in the throes of this deep, dark depression, though, Gamora actually ends up getting some visions of Master of the Sun, Peter Quill's old master, and the person who originally made him into Star-Lord, a person that he had also been seeing too before his death, interestingly enough. And I mean, you all know the saying, if two people see it, then it's not a delusion. Well, at least that was the saying in my house, at least. I can't quite speak for you. Gamora decides that the only way to heal her heart is to get back to work with the Guardians. And their team manages to be both fresh and new, while also safe and familiar. They decide to take a job from a brand new mercenary net app, one that we discover is actually run by none other than Rocket Raccoon arch nemesis Blackjack O'Hare. In fact, in a twist of fate, another talking animal villain with a long score to settle with Rocket Raccoon wants to hire the Guardians to take him out, and Gamora's so angry right now she might just do it as the comic comes to an end. And so that was Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 3, everybody, and what is becoming a major theme for this series. You just don't know what Al Ewing is going to give you from issue to issue. I thought I knew where the book was going. I thought I knew who all the point of vantage characters were going to be, only to have it all upended here in this issue, but in a really great, really interesting kind of way. Ewing is clearly a big fan of the Abnett and Lanning years of Guardians of the Galaxy, arguably the best years of the series overall, and he makes a ton of references and allusions to that run, while also claiming that this run is going to be new, different, but also familiar with lots of fun callbacks. It's for all those reasons and more, this is probably one of the freshest jumping on times you've ever had for Guardians of the Galaxy and Marvel in the last couple years. And those are honestly getting so hard to come by in this day and age reading comics that when I do see one, I have to give it all the applause in the world. Overall, I'd give this one a much-deserved 8.5 out of 10. Cannot wait to see what the next issue holds.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Jewel, and if you're seeing me right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, which I am very appreciative of. It really helps drive engagement and retention and all that other good YouTube stuff. So does liking and commenting. Wink wink. If you like my content too, you should check out my Patreon page. We just redid all the tiers, so there's a ton of great rewards. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, and well, it would just really help me out. It's never expected, but always appreciated. So until next time everyone, I've been Cape Joel, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.